Here at 5 o'clock, ICE wants Fairfax, Arlington, and Washington, D.C. to work with federal immigration officials to remove violent criminals from their communities who are here in the country illegally.
ICE Washington Field Office Director says law enforcement agencies should be working together to make communities safer. Nick Minock has this story you'll only see here on 7 News.
ICE arrested a man in Herndon who they say was charged with child sex crimes in Fairfax County and is in the U.S. illegally. We were there to watch the early morning arrests with ICE. ICE says the 2 other men they arrested are illegally in the U.S. and one was previously deported.
The field office director says no one was harmed in this operation, but it was potentially risky.
Right, execute, execute, execute.
Risky because ICE says they had to find, stop, and arrest their targets in the community where anything could have happened, especially when assaults on their officers are up over 200%.
Regrettably, the majority of Northern Virginia communities have taken the stance that they will not honor immigration detainers, and that is unfortunate.
ICRO Washington Field Office Director Russell Hott says it would have been safer to arrest the man at the Fairfax County Jail. He says ICE issued a detainer against the man in Herndon when he was charged with child sex crimes. But Fairfax County Sheriff Stacey Kincaid's jail didn't honor the detainer and released him back into the community.
Unfortunately, the majority of our detainers go unrequited at Fairfax County. And that is unfortunate because all that does is release people who go back into the community and re-victimize and re-offend along the way.
The Center for Immigration Studies found Fairfax County has rejected more than 1,100 detainers in under 2 years, the 3rd most in the country. The Fairfax County Sheriff chooses to require ICE to obtain a judicial warrant, which Hott says is not what the U.S. Congress intended and federal laws that regulate ICE. Meanwhile, the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors has what's called a trust policy, preventing the police department from sharing information with ICE.
Do you think that handcuffs the Fairfax County Police Department from working with you?
So what I would say is, policies like that undermine public safety and ultimately run contrary to law.
All right, let's talk about Washington, D.C. Does Washington, D.C. cooperate at all with ICE? If you had to put it on a scale of 1 to 10 or 0 to 10, how much do they cooperate with ICE?
So regrettably, we see on a scale of 0 to 10, I would have to say 0, right? We regularly see dangerous criminal aliens being released from central booking without any notification.
But ICE has seen support from the Virginia State Police after Governor Glenn Youngkin signed an executive order. In fact, VSP officers helped ICE during their operation.
Has that been a game changer?
Absolutely.
Nick Minock, 7 News.
7 News has requested interviews with Kincaid several times to discuss this topic, but she has not yet responded.
Fairfax County Supervisor Pat Harity told 7 News he thinks the Board of Supervisors needs to repeal its trust policy. The other 9 Fairfax supervisors and the D.C. Mayor's office did not respond to 7 News today.